Okay, we're ready for Gilles from Cleeng. There you go.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. It's really my pleasure to be here today. I'm Gilles Domartini. I'm the founder and CEO of Cleeng. And it's great to be here with you, musicians, apps developers, journalists, photographers, passionate about what you do. We are passionate by what we do, and we help at Cleeng monetize this passion. Just imagine a solution that would allow you to monetize any digital content on your website, not on somebody else's website, directly on your website. Imagine a new business model that would allow you to build incremental revenues on top of advertising and subscriptions. Imagine a user experience that would be as good as iTunes. And imagine a solution that is so easy to install that even your kids could do it, or if you're a real pro, you could also use our API and develop something more sophisticated. Well, I'm pleased to say that now actually you can do this. Check this out. This is, as you recognize, the TheNextWeb website. We've been tweaking it a bit, sorry, Z and the team. And this is a story about how the TheNextWeb started. You see the full layout of the page and a nice description about Boris, Patrick, and Arjen. You are able to see the most popular articles, and you keep on your website all the advertising like you would normally do. You see that part of the content is being covered, and there's a description that says, well, here you can find a pretty amazing piece of content, very unique, that you can buy for a small fee and get access instantly to it. You click, you get a confirmation screen like you would get in iTunes, check the price, confirm purchase, boom. Instantly, you would get access to content. You want to replay this? Click confirm purchase, boom. Instant access to content without leaving the site. And this pretty collector picture of these great innovators that you know today, they used to be slightly different in the past. These functionalities here, if you share on Twitter, very unique with our solution, people also get commission. So you share on your account, you get credits. Click on your name. From your name, you can go to your account, and in your account, you have all your library with all the content you've been seeing or purchasing in recent weeks. You click on one of the items, and from any device you use, so if you use Android or iPhone or iPad, all the same, click the article, you go back to the article, and as long as you are logged in, you are still able to see this amazing picture of the TheNextWeb founders and our host today. So that's how Cleeng works. You could put anything behind the picture or anything behind the layer. So who could use this? First would be artists. You publish great pictures, you publish songs, books. You could hide all of this behind one of the layers. Journalists, obviously, you are looking for a new monetization solution beyond advertising. You could start to progressively educate your users by monetizing some specific components within your website. Game developers, give a few items or chapters of your games for free, and then every new layer of the game you would need to pay for a small fee. And the last one, apps developers, and I'm using this as a screenshot. It's one of the developers using our solution, Truecaller. They integrated this to reveal the results of the search that you do through Truecaller. So very broad. Actually, any one of you could use Cleeng in some shape or forms, depending on how creative you can be with the solution and the API. What are the results so far? We launched 2 months ago. We are still self-funded. We got 150 publishers signing up. And so far, we experienced about 4% conversion rate, which is pretty amazing and promising. Today, we are very pleased to announce 3 things. First thing, like with WordPress and Brightcove, like with WordPress and Drupal, you have a Brightcove plugin, so any enterprise user of Brightcove could monetize with the same ease of use and speed all the videos that we have on their website. 2, you could also have a single solution to monetize things beyond advertising. So you could start to sell progressively to your consumers specific in-page components and progressively migrate them to a subscription model. Don't need to pay 25 million like the New York Times. You are able to do this with our solution. Third element, for enterprises, you are able to co-brand the interface, still keeping the same account for the users. So you see an example for TheNextWeb. That's other elements we've been designing for potential clients, and that could be yours in the future. So with Cleeng, consumers buy in one click, get instant access to content on any of their devices. They share and earn credits. They, as publisher, get incremental revenues. And today, Brightcove, single solution from articles to subscriptions, and a co-branded platform. This is the team working on this, and we are very happy to be here today and answer your questions later on, if any. Thank you.
How would I use this with video? Because I do a lot of video. Would I have like a lead-in that people watch for 30 seconds and then they decide to watch the rest of the video?
So exactly as you described, if you use the Brightcove environment, you insert cue points within your video. So you could have, like when you do your product reviews, you could show 2 minutes for free, and the last 30 seconds with specific elements of the interview you want to hide, you could just hide these 30 seconds. Or you could hide the full embedded player behind the layer. That's another option.
Yeah, which payment platforms do you use, or with which payment platform do you work?
So payment method, it's completely open. Today we use mostly PayPal and Visa and MasterCard, SMS, but we'd love to use Facebook credits, so great you are here. Skype credits, you could also pay with marketing action. So you could fill in a questionnaire, send a tweet. You guys to define, as you integrate the solutions, how you want to best monetize your piece of content. We just are the enabler of show or hide the content itself.
Yeah, and what's the revenue share model you use with publishers?
Indeed, we have a performance-based solution or revenue share model, so we keep 20%. For the 20%, you get the platform, you get all the developments, you get the support to the user, and the payment of the fees to the credit card companies or payment processing fees. And the publisher, you keep 80%, and depending on the volume, it can go even to 90-10. So big publishers, it's even better.
Can you do A/B testing with various schemes to see which one works the best?
As we have a bit more funding, we can do a lot more crazy ideas that definitely we have in the pipeline to make this kind of cooler. What we want, like we have with the share system, is that people get incentivized and like the fact of buying content, sharing content, and they don't see this as a wall, they see this as a cool activity like when you buy a song on iTunes.
I think it's really cool, like, especially for video, the Brightcove thing is very great. Like, monetizing video is hard, and pre-rolls suck. So yeah. That's really cool. How does it work where most of these are small payments, right? 45 cents. Do I accrue a balance? Like, how do I put payment in? Do you store a balance? Yep. I mean, how do you do the micro payment to, like, how do you deal with the cost per transaction of the card in?
So definitely good question, because that's the tricky part, obviously, for very small payments. Either you can charge the account of Cleeng, and you put a minimum of €5 or $5, depending on, currently the platform is in English and French. But you could also use Facebook credits, so you don't need to charge our account. You could use other people's account, and it's the same revenue share model. So depending on how it goes, we can expand. We have also the B2B model and revenue source for B2B. So that's another potential area of revenue.
How do you make sure that a publisher or a website isn't scamming its users by saying that there's, you know, pay X amount, and you'll get this, but it turns out that, you know, there's nothing actually behind there, and they get robbed of their money. You get paid. The user gets scammed.
Very good indeed. So the question of on how to secure that it's an authentic kind of piece of content that you are buying. So that's why we have this validation screen that appears. So at the moment you save the content on your side, so we don't store any of the content ourselves. There's no copyright issue on our side. We check the origin of the person who saves the content, and we have embedded abuse report and cancellation reports inside the platform. So obviously this is micropayment. We don't want to have human intervention. So there's a number of rules and scripts that we use to check if it's authentic and if the user request to cancel is also authentic.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Give a hand for Cleeng.
Thank you.